We are glad to welcome you to our channel. Kindly subscribe to our channel and share our videos with your friends and relations. And click on the bell icon for instant notification whenever new videos are uploaded on this channel. Rest assured that we are going to have a very exciting and inspiring discussion. Let's dive into the lesson right away. Hello friends, and welcome to our lesson on mastering vowel sounds. Vowels are the building blocks of words, and understanding their sounds is crucial for clear and effective communication. Today, we are going to explore the 12 pure vowels and look at the subclasses of vowel sounds and give tips for identifying and pronouncing these various subclasses of vowel sounds. This is English Classes Online, and as usual, I am your host, Benjamin. Let's get started by looking at the comment from the comment section. Today, we have a comment from Glory KJ, one of our esteemed subscribers. And Glory wrote as follows: Sir, can you make a video of oral English? As you can see, Glory wants us to make a video on oral English. Glory, if you are watching this video, I want you to know that I made this lesson video in direct response to your request. By the way, oral English deals with all aspects of spoken English, including the pronunciation of words, the transcription of words, and the use of speech sounds in communicating knowledge and ideas. Basically, two main speech sounds are required for oral or spoken English, namely vowel and consonant sound. In today's video, we are going to begin with the vowel sounds, and we are going to look at how to pronounce them, how to represent them with their appropriate phonetic symbols, and how to identify them correctly in written English words. If you want to learn more about oral English beyond this video, you can browse through the entire channel for many other videos I've created on oral English. Of course, you can easily find all of them by using the oral English lesson playlist on this channel. Now let's move on and let's look at the scope of this lesson. In this lesson, we are going to cover the following. Number one, the 12 pure vowels and the subclasses of vowel sounds, in which we are going to look at pronouncing the sounds and identifying the sounds in written words. Number three, we are going to look at vowel letters and the sounds they represent. Vowel letters at a glance, identifying vowel sounds in letters, unveiling the vowel letters A, E, I, O, U, and their sounds. We are going to look at all these and much more. Let's begin with the 12 pure vowels. A pure vowel is a single vowel sound. It is also called a monophthong because it contains one vowel quality without combining with any other sound quality. There are 12 pure vowels in English, and these are as follows, as you can see them in the following vowel chart. We have E as in sheep, E as in sheep, U as in good, U as in shoot, E as in bed, A, which is the schwa sound, as in teacher, as in bed, O as in door, A as in cat, A as in up, A as in far, and O as in on. Now, let's look at subclasses of vowels. Let's look at the pure vowels once again. Pure vowels are subdivided into two, namely short vowels and long vowels. And we can look at examples of them, beginning with the short vowel sounds. We have E as in hit, thin, beat, feel, and sit. E as in met, bed, turn, and fell. R as in cup, luck, duck, but, and cup. A as in cat, back, black, cap, and bat. O as in hot, rock, pot, cross, and pop. U as in put, could, pull, push, and book. A, that's the sure sound, as in away, about, banana, teacher. Now, having looked at the short vowels, let's now look at the long vowels. A, car, E as in key, U as in do, A as in bed, O as in for. Now you will notice the phonetic symbol for each long vowel has the colon, indicating that this sound is a long vowel. The long vowel is pronounced within a longer duration than the short vowel. That's why it is called the long vowel. Other subclasses of vowels include number 2, diphthongs, and number 3, triphthongs. Now let's look at examples of each of them, beginning with the diphthongs, but you need to understand that each diphthong is a double sound, and in this diphthong, the first part is much longer and stronger than the second part. Let's look at the first one, ear. Is a combination of the sound E and the sure sound A, giving us the sound ear, as in here, come here. Then we have oor, a combination of oo and the sure sound A, as in tour or tourist. Then we have a combination of and the sure sound A, giving us the sound A, as in hey, the hair of your head, right? Then we have a combination of and E, as in wait. We have oi, a combination of O and E, as in boy. We have I, a combination of I and E, as in my. We have AO or O, a combination of the sure sound A and the short vowel U, giving us AO or O, as in show. Then we have the last but not the least diphthong, ow, a combination of a and u, as in cow. Altogether, we have 8 diphthongs, and each diphthong is a combination of 2 vowel qualities. Now, this brings us to triphthongs. A triphthong is a combination of 3 vowel qualities. We have 5 of them. The first one is I, is a combination of the diphthong I and the sure sound A. Now you will notice that each triphthong is a combination of a diphthong and a sure sound. Now, examples of words that contain I are fire, tired, and flyer. Then we have a combination of a and A, the schwa sound, giving us A as in player, mayor. Then we have oil, a combination of oil as in boy and the schwa sound. We have words like loyal, royal, boiler. These words contain the sound oil, oil. Then we have aye, aye, a combination of ow and the schwa sound a, giving us the triphthong aye, as we have in hour and hour or 2 hours. Then we have hour that like our class or our family. We also have the sound in power, power. Now, let's look at the last but not the least. Oye is a combination of eo and the schwa sound, giving us the triphthong oye, as in loye, widower. Now, these are the five triphthongs in English. And moving further, we look at the IPA and pronunciation. What exactly is the IPA? The IPA stands for International Phonetic Alphabet. In the IPA, every sound has a unique symbol which helps us to remember the sound and know how to pronounce it in an English word. Of course, we use these phonetic symbols in our transcription. When we want to transcribe a word, we only represent the sounds with the phonetic symbols. So it is important to understand the IPA and how this enables us to master English pronunciation. The next thing we want to look at will be the vowel letters. There are 5 vowel letters, and they are as follows: A, E, I, O, and U. Now, these 5 vowel letters are contained in the English alphabet, and then we have the other letters, which are consonants. The vowel letters merely represent the various vowel sounds. And so let's look at these vowel letters one by one and attempt to examine the sounds they represent. Let's begin with the vowel letter A. It represents the sound A, as in cat. It also represents the sound E, as in any. It represents the sound A, as in cat, A, as in fat, A, as in fat, A, as in pan, A, as in pain, A, as in bat, A, as in bait, A, as in fan, A, as in far, A, as in ant, and A, as in ant. Then we look at the vowel letter E. It represents the letter E, as in bee and me. It also represents the letter E, as we have in bet, met, egg, bed, leg, and so on. It represents the long E, as in sea, meat, feet, F-E-A-T, seed, pig. Then it also represents the long S sound, as in earth, learn, earn, serve, and observe. Let's now look at the vowel letter I. Don't forget that these letters are the very symbols we use in writing. So in writing, we use letters, but these letters merely represent the sounds that we use in speaking. So in writing, we use letters. In speaking, we use sounds. And it is important to understand the relationship between letters and sound. So let's look at the vowel letter I. It represents the sound E as in eat, beat, sit, fit. It also represents the sound E as in bed, say. It represents the sound E as in limp, pin. It represents the sound as in pine, bite, might, light, and bite. This brings us to the vowel letter O. It represents the sound O as in pot. It represents the sound O as in pour, cause, lost. It also represents the sound O as in boat, goat, ghost, coast, of course, when you talk about the coastal line. Then it represents the sound oo as in move, moon, boom, fool, pool, book, cook, and so on. It represents the sound ah as in love, sun, blood, flood, rough, tough, couple. It represents the sound oo as in could, would, and should. Now, the last vowel letter is U, representing the sound U as in bull, pull, put. Then the sound U as in rule, June, blue, glue, you, cool, fruit, juice, and suit. It also represents the sound E as in Ben, ten, church, curse. It represents the sound E as in busy, business, build, guild, guilt. It represents the sound E as in bury, guess, guest. It represents the sound O as in cause, sausage, and because. Now we have the letter Y. This letter Y is also mentioned because it represents vowel sounds, especially when it occurs in the final syllable of a word, such as pity, city, carry. Now you can see that Y represents the sound E in pity, in city, and in carry, but it represents the sound I as in buy, my, fly, sky, cry, dry, buy, die. Then it represents the sound oi as we have in boy, joy, coy. It represents the sound I in buy as in buying something and in the word guy. All right. Now moving forward, let's look at how to easily identify vowel sounds in written English words. There are a few phonetic rules that we can use that can help us to identify this sound. The first rule is when a single vowel comes between two consonants, the vowel is short. For example, the word sit. You can see that the sound I comes between S and T, and so it is realized as a short vowel. So we have sit. The same thing in set, met, reach, sat, fat, man, pat, rat, cat, pin, pot, hot, etc. Rule number two, when a single vowel comes before two consonants, the vowel is usually short. For example, the word limp in L-I-M-P, the vowel comes before two consonants, M and P, and so it is realized as a short vowel. Examples include limp, jump, but, glimpse, letter, better, potter, tapping, etc. Rule number 3. When two vowel letters are adjacent, the second vowel is silent and the first vowel is long. And examples that exemplify this rule include seat, boat. Now in seat, we have the two vowels E and A. So A is silent and the first letter E is long. So we have seat. In boat, B-O-A-T, we have two vowels, O and A. The first one O and the second one A. A is silent and O is long. So we have boat. The same thing applies to moon and goat. Then in meat, it is the same thing when we have the vowels E and A. A, the second vowel is silent. E, the first vowel is long, so we have meat. Now, the next rule, when a word ends in a silent E, the vowel is long. Now, example of a word ending in a silent E is bite, B-I-T-E. Here, E is silent. It is not bite, it is bite. For this reason, the vowel is long, so what we have is bite. Other examples include might, smile, move, plain, joke, spoke, June, and pine. Then the last but not the least rule, when a vowel stands alone, it is long. Examples include be, me, far, poor, see, and see. Now, these are rules that enable us to identify the vowel sounds easily in written English words. Now, let's look at how to unveil the vowel letters and their sound. Let's begin with the vowel letter A. The vowel letter A includes, of course, represent the following sounds in written English words. The first sound is A, as in cat, apple, rat, and ran. Let's take a practice sentence. The cat ran after the rat. Now take note of the A in cat, ran, after, and rat. Now, the letter A also represents R as in park, far, car, and farm. Practice sentence. He parks his car at the park that is not far from the farm. Now, the same letter A represents A as in any, many, and said. Practice sentence. He said that many aren't doing anything worthwhile. The letter A also represents O as in was, watch, and wash. Practice sentence. He was watching the news and washing the clothes. Another sound represented by the vowel letter A is the long O sound, O, as in also, law, and war. Practice sentence. Lack of law and order also leads to war. Take note of the sound O in law, also, and war. Now, the short sound is represented by the vowel letter A in the words such as about, ago, and alone. Practice sentence. She was alone about a year ago. Then we have the sound A represented by the vowel letter A in the words bake, day, and made. Practice sentence. The maid bakes cakes every day. Take note of the sound A in maid, bakes, cakes, and day. Then we have the diphthong sound A represented by the vowel letter A in in the words a, k, and fe. All right, practice sentence. Just come to the fair. I don't care whether you come by air or by rail. Take note of the sound a in fair, k, and a. Moving further, we look at the vowel letter e, representing the sound e in feel, weak, eat, and beans. Practice sentence. I feel weak whenever I eat much beans. Take note of the sound E in feel, weak, eat, and beans. Then we have the sound E represented by the vowel letter E in words such as English, college, and pretty. Practice sentence. Of course, you can come up with your own practice sentence containing English, college, and pretty. For example, you can say, the pretty girl in this college speaks English. Then we have the sound air represented by the vowel letter E in bed, wet, and pet. Practice sentence. Remove the wet pet from my bed. Notice the sound air in wet, pet, and bed. Then we have the sure sound A, represented by the vowel letter E in words such as happen, moment, and parent. Practice sentence. It happened the moment parents arrived. Take note of the sure sound in happened, moment, and parent. Then we have the sound ear, a diphthong sound represented by the letter E in the following words: beer, fear, and hear. Practice sentence. He drinks beer here without fear. Take note of the e, the sound ear in beer, here, and fear. Then we have the sound oo in brew, crew, and new. Practice sentence. The new crew members knew nothing about the brew. We have the sound A in eight, great, and gray. Practice sentence. The 80-year gray-headed man looked great. Now, notice the sound A in 80, gray, and great. The sound A occurs in bay, pay, and wear. Practice sentence. If you eat my pear, you will bear it if I wear your dress. Notice the sound A in pear, bear, and wear. Of course, many people mispronounce the word wear, which is W-E-A-R. For many second class users of English pronounce this word wear. It is not wear, it is wear. This brings us to the vowel letter I, representing the sound I, as in the words ice, high, like, and rice. Practice sentence. I'd like rice and chicken, and I'd like ice in my juice. Take note of the sound I in like and rice. Another sound represented by the vowel letter I is E, the short E sound, as in, pit, pick, pig, and big. Practice sentence. There's a big pig in the pit. Take note of the sound E in big, pig, in, and feet. We have the sound in bed, girl, and dirty. Practice sentence. The dirty girl caught the bed. Notice the sound in dirty, girl, and bed. Another sound represented by the vowel letter I is the sure sound A, as in the word terrible, possible, and pencil. Practice sentence. It is possible to use a pencil, but it may be really terrible. Notice the sound, the sure sound in possible, pencil, and terrible. Another sound that the vowel letter I represents is I, which is a triphthong. It occurs in the word I, high, and tired. Practice sentence. He could hire and fire, but now he has retired. Notice the sound of I in hire, fire, and retired. Next, we have the sound E, represented by the vowel letter I in words such as elite, marine, and police. Practice sentence. The the elite police squad arrested a marine officer. Notice the sound E in elite, police, and marine. Then the sound your, as in junior, savior, and senior. Practice sentence. The senior prefect was the savior of the junior students. Notice the sound of your in savior, senior, and junior. Then we have the vowel letter O representing the sound O in cup, mob, stop, and dog. Practice sentence. The cop stopped the mob and saved Tom. We have the sound O as in born, Lord, and report. Practice sentence. Anyone who is born again is born of the Lord. Notice the sound O in born and Lord. Then we have the sound O as in bone, home, and most. Practice sentence. His home is the hope of most bone patients. Notice the sound of L in home, hope, most, and bone. Then the central vowel sound R, as in calm, love, son, and mother. Practice sentence. This mother loves her son. She always gives him some money. Notice the sound of R in mother, loves, son, some, and money. Next, we have the sound as in word, work, and weld. Practice sentence. Words can be worse than worms or worth the whole world. Notice the sound of in words, worse, worms, worth, and world. The sound oo is represented by the vowel letter O in words like do, to, womb, and pool. Practice sentence. Who do you want to fool with pools? Notice the sound of oo in who, do, you, to, full, and pools. The next sound represented by the vowel letter O is the schwa sound A, and we have this sound in words such as official, station, doctor, and actor. Practice sentence: the doctor and the actor met with the official at the station. Notice the sound of A in doctor, actor, official, and station. This brings us to the last but not the least vowel letter, U, representing the central vowel sound as in bus, but, fun, and much. Practice sentence: they went by bus but had much fun. Notice the sound of in bus, but, much, and fun. The sound oo, which is the short vowel sound oo, occurs in words such as bull, bush, pull, and push. Practice sentence: he killed a bull in the bush but couldn't pull it an inch. Notice the sound of oo in bull, bush, pull, and push. Then we have ew, the sound ew in cube, huge, dispute, and students. Practice sentence: two huge students had a dispute over a cube of sugar. Notice the sound of ew in huge, students, dispute, and cube. Then we have the long vowel sound oo in rude, dude, Jude, and June. Practice sentence: Jude was the rude dude we visited last June. Notice the sound of oo in Jude, rude, dude, and June. Then we have the sound E as in busy, minute, and business. Practice sentence: he was busy doing business and only had a few minutes rest. Notice the sound of E in busy, business, and minutes. Then we have the sound your in cure, pure, and sure. Practice sentence: I am sure it's pure and is the cure to his illness. Notice the sound of your in sure, pure, and cure. Then we have the schwa sound in creature, figure, nature, and picture. Practice sentence: I couldn't figure out the nature of the creature in that picture. Notice the sound of the schwa sound in figure, nature, creature, and picture. Now, this, of course, brings us to the end of today's lesson. I want you to take note of the fact that the lesson is a very important one. Understanding vowel sounds is key to improving your pronunciation and fluency in English. So it is important for you to practice these sounds regularly to enhance your language skills. I want to thank you for watching today's video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next class. Many thanks for watching today's video. A big thank you to all of you out there for being part of today's episode. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, kindly subscribe to this channel. Subscribe now as a way of giving us support. For notification about about new videos, click on the bell icon. You will find the bell icon. Click on it so that whenever a new video is uploaded, you will be instantly notified. If you have actually enjoyed the video, like and share the video with your friends and relatives. This is very important. If you have any comments, leave your comments below. Any questions, any suggestions, we would gladly receive them and respond promptly and positively to them. See you in the next video. I look forward to always seeing you.